This is a guide on how to upgrade the ice staff within the new Black Ops 6 Zombies map, the Tomb. So firstly, you're going to need the normal version of the staff. You can acquire this in two different ways, either from the mystery box or you can build it. I'm going to show you exactly how to build it first, but if you already know this step or you already have it, you can skip to the timestamp on screen or in the description where we're going to begin to upgrade it. So to build it, you're going to need three different parts. The first part we're going to get from a mimic. The shock mimics appear on about round 8, so wait for one to appear on the map. Kill it, and it's going to drop a monocle. Go ahead, pick that up. That's the first part. Obtaining the second and third part to the staff is kind of a two-part step, so let me break this down for you. Basically, around the map, you will find two separate wall paintings. The first painting is right here in the Neolithic catacombs next to Deadshot. It is of what looks like a man hunting some animals, and then the second wall painting can be found in the tombs right here where Death Perception is located, which is of a bull and some people fighting against it. It's a simple map layout, so if for some reason you are struggling to find them, just open up your attack map. But once you've located them, you will notice near each one of them is a lantern that isn't lit up. And what you've got to do is shoot the purple lanterns you would have noticed as you're running around. They're in plain sight as you're moving underground. Shoot the lit up purple lanterns until they move to the empty lantern spaces near these paintings. So if you look up here, it's really difficult to see because it's so dark, but there's an empty lantern on the roof that you need to light up. And near this other painting, this right here is the lantern you need to light up for this one. So doing this first painting of this man hunting the animals near Deadshot, what you want to do is shoot all of the purple lanterns that you can see underground. They are all located within this area between the two pictures, in the Neolithic catacombs, the ossuary, the subterranean temple, the shrine of Hierophants, and the tomb. If you run back and forth between these areas, on your journey, if you're looking around, you're going to see lit up purple lanterns. And what you want to do is shoot every purple lantern that you see. It will go out and then it will move to another one. And you want to shoot them to move them to light up the empty lanterns near the paintings. As far as I'm aware, there is no set sequence to this. It is random. There is not an order to shoot them in. So shoot any lit up purple lanterns you see in these underground areas until the light is transferred to the painting, and you'll know you've done it right because one, you'll see the lantern is now lit up, but also Roman numerals will then appear on the wall. So once you've achieved this, once you've shot out all of the purple lanterns, lighting up the one right here, what you've then got to do is using a single shotgun. You don't want to use something that's explosive or the ray gun, but on the wall, you want to shoot these Roman numerals in order. Now, they don't even look like Roman numerals, but they look really weird. They're contorted and misshapen, but you want to shoot them in the order from lowest number to the highest. And on screen right now, you can see what Roman numerals are actually supposed to look like. But starting off at 1 or I, we're then going to shoot II or 2. Number 3 is III. Number 4 is IV. Number 5 is V. Number 6 is VI. Number 7 is VII. Number 8, VIII. Number 9, IX. And then the last number you're going to shoot is X, which is 10. Now, if you do mess this up and you shoot a number in the wrong order, don't worry, you get a total of 3 chances. So if you screw up, you can just continue from where you last left off. But when you've shot all of the Roman numerals in order starting from I to X, a purple glow will then appear out of it. It will move and you need to follow it. And every time it stops, zombies will begin to spawn out of it. It's essentially a soul box, so kill any of the undead that spawn. When you've killed a certain amount in an area, it will move to a different location, spawn some more zombies in. You're going to get doppelgasts, mimics. Keep killing the undead as it moves. It will move, I believe, a total of 4 or 5 times. But when you've killed all of these zombies that will spawn out of this purple orb, it will travel back to the painting and give you the second part to the staff, which is the headpiece. And then for the third and final part, it's basically a rinse and repeat on the other painting. This one right here in the tombs, the bull painting. You've got to do the exact same thing. Light up the lantern near it. So travel back and forth in the underground section, shoot out any purple lantern that you see, and eventually you're going to push it towards this one right here, lighting it up, and it will reveal more Roman numerals on the wall. Do the exact same thing, shoot them in order of lowest to highest, so I. Again, if you mess up, you get a total of 3 chances. Another purple orb is going to spawn out of it, it will move, zombies will begin to spawn in. When you kill enough zombies in an area, it will move to another location. It will do this about 3 or 4 times, so just follow the purple orb and kill all of these zombies that it spawns in, and eventually it will make its way back to the painting and spawn in for you the third and final piece to the staff, which is the staff itself. Now, once you've got this, what you then want to do is make your way to the Dark Ether Nexus, the Pack-a-Punch area, and just opposite the Pack-a-Punch machine, you will see this piece of stone. Go up to it. You won't see a prompt or anything appear on your screen. You just need to hold down square or X, the activation button, on this hole right here. The staff pieces will be placed in it, and then a sequence will begin where loads of zombies will begin to spawn, doppelgasts, mimics, and you need to protect the staff for roughly 30 seconds. If you succeed, you're going to be granted with the ice staff, but if you fail, all you've got to do is just move on to the next round and you can attempt this step again. Now, to upgrade the ice staff, we first need to shoot 3 of those purple crystals you can find lit up in the tombs. but you need to do it, as far as I'm aware, in sub 10 seconds. Basically, you need to shoot 3 of these purple crystals with the ice staff extremely quickly, going from one to the next and then to the third. But you may also notice in your game as you're traveling the tombs looking for these crystals that they aren't close enough together for you to shoot them within that 10-second time limit. So what you've got to do is move these crystals so that they line up together in a location where you can run from one to the next to the third within that 10 seconds. So in my game, these purple crystals were nowhere near together. There was one in the ossuary, one in the tomb, one in the sanctuary. And so I went to the sanctuary down to the deep excavation site where Crook Revive is, shot the crystal here so that it would move elsewhere. I then shot another crystal in the tomb because it was nowhere near the others, and that moved elsewhere, and eventually moved 3 crystals near to one another in the catacombs. So again, just to reiterate, if you don't have 3 purple crystals lined up together in your game where you can run from one to the next within that 10 seconds, you need to go around the map and shoot the crystals you can see lit up until they move close together. Similar to the step when you actually build the staff, this is all random. There is no sequence, no order you can shoot them in to get them to move to the exact location that you need, as far as I'm aware. But once you've managed to line 3 purple crystals up together, like I said, you then need to shoot them one after the other within about 10 seconds. I recommend that you have stamina up for this and perhaps PhD slider, although I didn't need it, but you'll know you've done it correctly because Archibald will begin to talk to you. Next, you want to come into the Dark Ether, and if you look up, you will see on some floating rocks there are 3 symbols. So find these 3 different rocks with these purple symbols on them, shoot the ice staff specifically at the symbols. You will know you've hit it because a hit marker will appear and the rock will begin to lower. So I'm going to shoot the first one, the rock's going to come down, and then going to look around for the second rock with a symbol on it, which for me was right here. I'm going to shoot it, it's going to come down, and then the third rock, they can be a little bit difficult to find, but you just have to scour the sky, shoot that third symbol, it will come down, and again, Archibald will begin to talk to you. And now what you've got to do is memorize all 3 of these symbols. They're really difficult to see, they're tiny, so what I would recommend you do is either take a picture of them or draw them down for yourself. Just find a way to memorize these 3 exact symbols that you can see, how they look, and then leave the Dark Ether, and inside of the map, one of the portals that takes you to the Dark Ether will be bricked up. There are only 4 of them, so if you just go up to each one of them and see which one isn't available for you to enter, on it you will see there are 8 different symbols. As you could have guessed, using the ice staff, you want to shoot those 3 symbols you saw on those 3 rocks. There isn't a specific order to do it in, so I'm just going to shoot them. This door will then open up, and if you enter it, you will spawn in on this rock, and in front of you is a purple orb. This is a soul box. So for this next step, I'd recommend you have a different weapon that isn't the ice staff, because it's rubbish at this stage until you've upgraded it, because you need to approach the purple orb, press the interactive button on it, and it's then going to float around this area in the Dark Ether, and you've got to follow it and kill any zombies that it spawns, and the ones you kill, their souls will float into the orb. Now be warned, you need to stay pretty close to it. I got too far away from it in one game and I failed. If that does happen to you, you simply leave the Dark Ether, find that blocked up door again, shoot those same 3 symbols, and that'll take you back to this stage. But follow this purple soul box around the map, kill all of the zombies, the amalgams, doppelgasts and mimics that spawn from it, stay close to it, and eventually it's going to make its way back to this area where you built the ice staff, where you can then approach it, place the staff inside, and it will be upgraded. And that is how you upgrade the ice staff within the tomb. And I'll say it right now, it is 100% better. In fact, it's really good. Considering the base version is terrible, it's 100% worth upgrading. So there we go. Drop a like rating if you've enjoyed. If this has helped you out, clicking that subscribe button if you haven't already is really appreciated. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on it, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.
I could do this all day. I got plenty of corpses.
Kaboom!